Triathlon's always been a hobby of mine. I was doing a lot of Ironman races and was aware of like what was out there on the market for recovery. And being an engineer by trade, I was aware of like deficiencies and areas that it could be improved. And so, I decided we're going to make a recovery system and make it the very best recovery system that ever existed.
I worked for my business partner beforehand on one of his other businesses doing web and graphic design, which was a good warm-up, but we would do Rapid Reboot on the side. Then it just changed. It changed quickly. I had to do product design, I had to do sourcing, not a lot of design after that.
So as a startup, you wear every hat there is. We're a much bigger company, we've grown a lot, but I'm not afraid to just pitch in and help out wherever there needs to be something that's done. And that's something that has bled over to the rest of the Rapid Reboot as well, as our employees do those sort of things. They see what needs to be done and they just do it.
We became a main player in compression with a focus on quality, I think, and early on, right? And I think that was supported by the brand that we were trying to create, because we definitely weren't the first ones in the space. We were very bold in taking on the higher end competitors. We just hit the ground. I mean, we hit the pavement. We drove to LA for an event, then we went to Florida for an event. We just tried to be everywhere that we could, which gave us an opportunity to get a lot of feedback, which was really crucial for then launching things like hips and arms, and ultimately the new devices that we just launched.
And I think a lot of that has to do with how we set up Rapid Reboot and the culture, how we behave towards customers, how we behave toward the product, how we treat it, and how we treat ourselves. I think it was something that everybody felt that they could get behind.
Well, we knew early on that customer service was a big pain point from people when we were demoing those samples and we were getting an idea of what our competition would be. We committed to that, which taught us a lot, and I think our customer service has definitely carried us a long way. It's not something that we ever want to give up as a company, and it's definitely been worth the investment to have people on board as brand champions of Rapid Reboot because we took care of them.
If you can get your customers to do your sales for you, if you can get them to be a member that, like cult members, that just talk up your product every chance they get, having a wow experience. It's the sort of thing that Tesla or Apple do. They're fanatical. They love the company and the brand. That's our goal with Rapid Reboot, is to have that kind of customer base that knows us, that knows our products and loves it and spreads the word. Not only is it the right thing to do for your customers, but it leads to long-term success. It's harder up front and easier in the long run. Now, the first recovery system we developed is much simpler, and it had less, sort of issues where it was like, oh, we might hit a dead end or not be able to do what we're doing. The latest system, the Regen that we just released, that is breaking all sorts of new territory.
We put tech into our device, and that probably opened 100 other doors. The whole market is moving that way. Recovery and sports are moving deep into technology, and I think that is setting us up for something great. We came out with our new products. They have amazing technology in them.
I think that we're just scratching the surface with our recovery devices. I think now we have an awesome platform to iterate off of. So there are avenues in the app, there are different technologies that will now be compatible with this, again, this kind of unique, first of its kind platform that we've developed that will make it really easy to iterate off of.
It helps to have the very best engineers in the world. Because we're a small startup, we've been able to handpick the people we work with. Not very many people get to pick the people they work with. It's a special thing. People here dig deep because they love the company. They love what we're building. They love the people they work with.
I think the future is incredibly bright, just with our drive and our ambition and the innovations that we have in mind and are working on right now.
It's come a long ways in the short 4.5 years that we've been around, and we're positioned with the very best product on the market, not even close, and positioned to grow exponentially, and it's a special place on top of it.